Good afternoon to the sisters and brothers of the Machinists Union and our allies in the labor movement. This is the 141 Report, and I'm your host, Dave Lehive, a communications representative for District Lodge 141. This week, we are reporting about two recent machinist events, one that took place in Chicago, Illinois, and the second, which took place in Jersey City, New Jersey. We'll be speaking about the charity event for Guide Dogs of America that Local 1487 conducted. And our second report, we'll be hearing about the New Jersey State Council of Machinists and changes that are taking place, reported by Ines Garcia-Kime. So join us as our 141 report starts now. We begin our 141 report hearing from IAM Local 1487 President Tony Licciardi, who we will have a discussion with about their recent 1487 charity event. Welcome, Brother Tony.
Hello, everyone. Today we're hosting a golf event, Local Lodge 1487 in Chicago. My name is Tony Licciardi. I'm president of Local Lodge 1487 and also District 141 trustee. Today this event took place at Bridges of Poplar Creek in Huffman Estates. We hosted for the IAM's biggest charitable event, the Guide Dogs of America. We started putting together this event probably January or February. Once we rolled it out, 2 weeks and we were completely sold out. Everybody loves the event. Everybody loves the guide dogs. And we were lucky enough to have Russ Gitlin today come himself, the president of Guide Dogs of America, with a dog to show everyone and get the members to interact with the dog one-on-one.
So Tony, you actually mentioned Russ Gitlin. I actually had a chance to do a little interview with him. So let's take a look at what Russ had to say.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. We're in Chicago today, and we got a beautiful day out here for golf, or Poplar Creek, and we got a golf tournament going with Local Lodge 1487. And the McCoy here is a two and a half year old lab about to be placed with a blind person. And we just want to tell everybody at 1487, thank you very much from Guide Dogs of America and the staff. We couldn't do it without you. We appreciate you. Thank you.
So, Brother Tony, who else was involved on the charity committee?
On the committee to organize this event was recording secretary Greg Klajewski. We had trustee San Gonzalez. We had trustee Lorraine Brooksteiner. I had my vice president Leonard City, my brother Rosario Licciardi, conductor Sentinel, and Dina Pena, who's also a trustee. It was a lot of hard work and dedication on their part to pull everything in together, to get the prizes, to get the donations, to get everything to the membership wrapped up in the last weeks, as you know, filtering in, and kick this event off. So my hat goes off to them, and I appreciate everything they did for me and us and this charity.
Brother Tony, you actually mentioned Brother Klajewski. I actually had a chance to talk to him for a moment, and I actually got a little bit of a video interview with him. Let's take a look at that segment.
Hey, my name is Greg Klajewski. I'm the recording secretary at Local Lodge 1487. We're out here today in beautiful Huffman Estates, raising money for Guide Dogs of America. Worthwhile cause. We got Grand Lodge representatives here, District Lodge representatives, and all our local lodge membership. This can't happen without them. We're so thankful to see 144 golfers out here, hoping to raise a lot of money and donate to a great cause, Guide Dogs of America.
So, Brother Tony, I went inside the clubhouse and I saw a whole table full of, some really nice gifts. How did that all come about?
Absolutely. So we reach out to everybody who does business with the local lodge. We try and get as many whole sponsorships as we can throughout the system, whether it's local lodges, whether it's district officers. Fox Valley Orthopedics is one of them. They put together our whole table today with all the gifts from the TV all the way down to a sandwich, all the way down to the people who we order food from, restaurants, and so on and so forth. So they really came through, and I can't appreciate what they did for this charitable event enough.
So Tone, let's talk about the whole sponsorship. I saw signs all around the course. Could you explain that?
So whole sponsorships is kind of tough. You know, it's $250 a hole. So we try and tell them what the charity is all about. And once we roll out the dog, it softens up their heart, and they really come through. I can't thank everybody enough who's contributed and sponsored a hole today. It was fantastic. In honor of one hole in particular is dedicated to Rich Pascarella, and that he was a district lodge AGC, and it was fantastic just to have him out there and knowing that his money is going to this great charity. Wherever he is, Richie, you know, it's going to a good cause.
So Tone, when I was on a course, they had something, the longest drive. Could you explain how that charity event worked?
Sure, longest drive. So if you hit them like I hit them out of bounds, so the longest drive, you take a shot at the longest drive, it's $100 for the winner. And then if you, one chance, one opportunity to redo the longest drive strictly to the guide dogs for $5, you can tee it up again and take your best shot.
So brother, could you explain what I saw another charity event on the course, the putt-putt? Could you explain how that worked to our members?
Our putt-putt, again, strictly donated to the guide dogs. It was 3 balls for $5. You get 1 ticket in the cup. We got lucky enough to have one of our sponsors buy a $100 gift certificate from Dick's. Every putt you sink goes into the bin, and then we draw your name out, and that's all charitable to the Guide Dogs of America.
So I know you had a lot of sponsors that were at this event. I know you probably can't name them all, but could you name some of the ones that come to mind?
Sure, we had sponsors from really across, from the Grand Lodge. We had Richie Johnson, we had Robert Martinez Jr., the IP Robert Martinez Jr. We had District Lodge 141, Brother Mike Clem sponsored a hole, and his AGC sponsored a hole. We had District 8, Local 48, on and on. It's just impressive what they did and how they came out.
Tom, one of our big sponsors there was National Group Protection, right?
Exactly, National Group Protection. Brother Lou Raymond, we can't thank you enough for his donations, his whole sponsorship, and what he does for this event is just tremendous.
We actually have a video clip interview from Lou. Let's take a look at that, Tony.
What are you doing here? Lou Raymond with National Group Protection, and we're here to support the Guide Dogs tournament here at Local 1487 in Chicago. Great organization, Guide Dogs of America. We sponsor this event and a bunch of other ones, but we were out here today to play golf. Had a great day, had a lot of fun. Played all right, but not good enough to win, but just had a great time. Tony Licciardi here has really done a good job with this tournament. They got a full field. It was a lot of fun. Everyone had fun, and it was all to support the dogs.
So Lou, can you tell our members and viewers what National Group Protection is and how it helps our members?
So we've been working with the Machinists Union for probably about 40 years, offering supplemental benefits to the members within transportation and some other groups, but had a long history working with the IM, and wherever we can support the IM, we're here to do it.
So Lou, who is your partner on the golf course?
So I had Patrick Elias. He hits the ball a long way, so we bring him on most of our golf tournaments. Usually it's not straight, but it was he can hit it a long way.
So Lou, would you recommend other groups and businesses get involved in supporting Guide Dogs of America, this great charity?
Totally. It is a great organization. They do a fabulous job. Yeah, I can't say enough about Guide Dogs of America. Russ is now running it, doing a great job, and it's a great charity. Anytime we can step up, we're here to help.
So, Brother Tony, we have to start wrapping this report up. Is there anything you want to say to perhaps the people that participated at this year's event? And what are your plans for next year?
Oh, for next year, it's just making a bigger and better event. Hopefully everybody that participated this year, seeing that it was 100% on point. Next year, it'll just be better. Hopefully they'll continue coming and selling this event out, going to a great charity, and we'll see you next year.
And now we move on to our second report, as we have my fellow 141 communications sister, Ines Garcia-Kime, who joins us today to give us a special report from the recent New Jersey State Council of Machinists Conference that happened last Friday in Jersey City, New Jersey. Sister Ines, thanks for coming on and talk about last week's conference.
Pleasure to be with you, Dave.
Always good to see you. Sister, you presided over the last State Council conference, and I would like you to brief our viewers on what took place at this important meeting. So first off, what is the State Council of Machinists?
Well, the State Council is the political arm of the union. They exist in every state and territory, I believe, definitely in every state. They are the ones that have the ultimate say on who the union will support in state and local elections. And most of them are the ones that endorse and lobby their federal representatives in Congress.
Okay. So let me ask you, since you were the former president, what did the State Council accomplish in the last 2 years? I know you didn't have a conference last year because of COVID, but give our members an idea of what good work has been done by the council.
Well, we enlisted the help of all of our affiliates to help us focus on COVID relief, because obviously that was the priority for the entire union in the past 18 months. They fought shoulder to shoulder with us for the payroll support program, for the airlines, for programs that benefited the railroads. We have some very, very active members in the council from District 19 and from TCU that represent Amtrak, New Jersey Transit, and our brothers and sisters in the railroads that are also obviously part of the transportation territory. And also, we have dealt with some of the issues that have taken place in some of the other shops that also obviously were affected. So we fought together for all these payroll and COVID relief packages that went through Congress. Whenever we spoke with our legislators, we not only talked about the airlines, we talked about some of the other businesses that also could benefit from the CARES Act, which was probably the more significant, the biggest of all the relief packages that were passed in 2020.
So Sister Ines, there was a lot of people that were there. Most of them were delegates. They came from, all over the state. Could you kind of talk about the delegates really briefly?
Sure. We have about 15 district and local affiliates. They encompass pretty much all parts of the state. We're still working on that. Our goal is to bring in some of the locals that are not participating actively, because obviously the bigger the council, the stronger we are. But we do have some very, very active brothers that are actually members of Local 1776, your home local in Philadelphia. Yeah. But they all happen to be residents of South Jersey. They all live in the first congressional district represented by Don Norcross, one of our IBEW brothers. So for instance, Obie O'Brien is someone who is known to the congressman as a grassroots organizer and someone who over the years has gone out and done GOTV activities for the congressman. So they are affiliated with us and they participate even to the level of some of them are in our executive board. They're very active.
Great. You had a long list of guests that did attend. Could you name a few of the people that actually attended the event and spoke?
Sure. Our highest ranking official was General Vice President Brian Bryant, who has been assigned to the Eastern Territory for about 2 months after the retirement of GVP Conigliaro. And we also had Edison Frazier representing transportation. And we had Hassan Solomon, our national legislative director, who gave a phenomenal update and speech. And we had Vinny Adio, our national organizing director, who is a former president of the New Jersey State Council, and some updates from some of the district presidents and education and some of the critical issues that we really needed to hear over the past 18 months.
I know we had a special visitor attend and came to speak to our members. We kind of waited a little while and she finally showed up. So why don't you tell us who came?
Yeah, one of our goals of having an in-person conference was to do a formal endorsement for Governor Phil Murphy and Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver for re-election in New Jersey. And we were fortunate to have Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver, who came and spoke to the delegates at the council.
So, sister, you finished your term out, and there's been some changes to the board. Can you brief us? Who, what took what positions?
Yeah, we have Cristino Villorio from District 15, who was the Secretary Treasurer up until now, served alongside me for the past 3 years. He's moving on to become president. He was elected president. And our brother Mike Bonpastore from Local 1776, who had served as Education Director, will be moving into the Secretary Treasurer position.
And it just so happens I was able to speak with Mike for a few minutes, and I want to just run that little video interview I had with him. So let's take a look at that.
Hello, brothers and sisters. Michael Bonpastore here. Most of you know me by Bosco. I'm talking to you today from the New Jersey State Council of Machinists and Aerospace Workers. We were able to get out here, even though COVID, we were able to get out here for a one-day conference, which was excellent. We had some good speakers. You may know me because our local lodge at 1776 O.B. O'Brien is in Pennsylvania, although many of our members, we do have ties with the New Jersey State Council. I've been lucky enough to be on the board as educational director for the past 6 years, and today is kind of bittersweet where I leave that position and have been nominated and accepted to cover the Secretary Treasurer's position. It's great out here because not only myself from Pennsylvania, but also from 1776 Richie Howe, and also namesake Obie O'Brien is also on the board along with me. Again, like I said, we are in New Jersey, even though our local is in Pennsylvania. We're out here in New Jersey because there are many Pennsylvania residents, even though we work out in Pennsylvania, that have affiliations with New Jersey State. Ines Garcia-Keim has been president for the last 2.5 years. She's been great to work with, very open to new ideas, never a problem when we need to reach out to her. So I can't say enough good things about Ines, and I wish her all the greatness.
With the state council now in good hands, I know you had a reason why you were no longer sitting on the e-board there. Would you like to share some news to our members of District Lodge 141?
Yes, the reason I did not run for re-election and step down from the council is because just in the past little over a month ago, I received an offer to move to the Whippensinger Center and serve as an instructor. And I was honored with that offer. I certainly find it incredibly attractive, and it's an incredible opportunity for me to move into a role where I will be a part of training the next wave of union activists. And I'm very excited about that. And so I'm very happy to leave the council in good hands and move on to this next phase in serving our members. And it's going to be hard to leave you and Eric and the communications team. We did some good work together. I had some great people in the district that supported us every step of the way. Our president, Mike Clem, our ST, Alex Geroulis, Ann Clifford, who's always available whenever we needed anything. and the entire staff and all the officers of District 141. I have a debt of gratitude to all of them. And I hope that I see some of them, and I hope that I see many of our members down at Whippensinger in this next role.
Well, I'm very happy for you, and I'm a bit sad as I won't be working with your sister, with you directly. But you'll be
we may do some things together. Yeah.
Well, you'll be an excellent addition to W3. I live in the area, so it's wouldn't be uncommon for me to be at the center to cover events that are going on over there. So I'm hoping to see you soon. I wish you all the best, sister, in your new position.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. I learned a lot from you, from Eric, and from everyone at the district, Mac McGovern. Too many people to name, but the entire staff and officers of District 141, thank you, and I hope to see you very, very soon.
Well, this wraps up this week's 141 report. I want to thank all the guests I interviewed this week, and thank you, the viewers, for tuning in and supporting our 141 report. Our report continues to gain support, especially on our podcast on the Anchor Network and from our friends at the laborradionetwork.org. With over 80 pro-labor programs, we ask our members to give this information-packed website a review. They do some great reporting, so tune in. This concludes this week's show. Everyone stay safe. Have a good weekend. Bye for now.